7. Egg chamber and Kane. As Kane descends into the egg chamber, Dallas asks Lambert how long until the sun sets. Lambert says 20 minutes. Kane approaches the center of the room with oval-shaped, leather-like objects, xeno eggs. Kane decides to look at one egg and tries to open it, but it won't open. Kane says he has a strange feeling to it. Dallas forbids Kane from trying to open the egg because no one knows what's inside. Kane turns to look at the other eggs and then back to the one he was examining earlier. It has turned transparent. The facehugger jumps on Kane's face. Kane falls back and tries to grab the creature. Some unreleased short videos of Kane approaching the xeno eggs and examining them have leaked to the public. In the space jockey chamber, Dallas and Lambert wonder what happened and question Kane. Kane doesn't answer. Dallas pulls on a wire that is loose. Dallas and Lambert wonder if Kane has detached himself from the rope. Dallas starts the motor of the winch, which begins to reel in the cable. After a while, the cable tightens and the winch starts pulling Kane. The cable pulls slowly. Dallas sees something moving below, until he sees Kane rising up. Dallas tells Lambert he's getting ready to catch Kane. Kane appears from the hole. Dallas notices something on Kane's face and warns Lambert about it. Lambert asks what it is. Kane is a lifeless creature on his face. Lambert, "Oh Jesus!" Dallas, "Don't touch it." They lift the lifeless Kane out of the opening. The script describes how Dallas starts building travois to transport Kane at the entrance to the derelict ship. The scene has not been filmed. In the egg chamber scene, a blue laser light is added to the scene, which the production borrowed from the band The Who tested their lighting gear on the neighboring soundstage. The idea of the laser light in the movie is to wake up the xeno eggs when a guest arrives in the chamber. This is not described in the script. In total, filmed but unpublished material is estimated to be 3 minutes. 8. The trio return to the Nostromo and the Infirmary. Ripley and the cat are waiting on the bridge. Ash is looking at the monitors while waiting. Ash suddenly says that the trio is on the screen. Ripley asks how many. Ash answers 3. The trio is arriving on the ship. Ripley asks about Dallas over the intercom. Dallas answers. He says Kane is hurt and needs help. Ash leaves the blister and Ripley continues to sit on the bridge in her own console. In the engine cubicle, Parker and Brett listen to the conversation on the intercom. Dallas and Lambert carry Kane on travois towards the landing strut of the ship. Outside, Dallas and Lambert with Kane at the strut. Dallas. "Ripley, are you there?" Ripley, "Right here." The trio moves to the elevator. Parker and Brett still listen to the situation in the engine cubicle room. When Ash, against Ripley's orders, has let the trio inside, Dallas and Lambert carry Kane from the airlock into the ship. Parker and Brett react to the situation and arrive to the airlock. Dallas removes his helmet and tells Ash and Parker to back off. Parker is horrified at the situation. Lambert refuses to touch Kane. Dallas orders to take Kane to the infirmary. Ash and Brett help carry Kane. A lot of the film has been cut out of the trio's arrival on the Nostromo. In fact, everything in the movie is cut right between the facehugger jumping on Kane's face and the trio moving to the elevator's platform. The scene where Kane is transferred inside the ship is also shorter in the film. A very short video clip of Kane being carried inside the airlock has been leaked. After splitting the helmet, Dallas tries to remove the facehugger by hand. He fails. Lambert, Parker, and Brett watch the event from the window of the infirmary. Ripley appears. Lambert attacks Ripley. Dialogue why Ripley didn't let in. The four are horrified by the view from behind the infirmary window. Ripley asks what happened to Kane. Lambert tells what happened. An interesting detail is that Ripley enters the corridor from the ladder above A deck, even though she should be arriving around the corner from the bridge. The dialogue of the crew behind the window of the infirmary is clearly longer than shown in the theatrical version of the film and longer than in the director's cut version. Almost the entire dialogue has been leaked to the public.
Hey, Brad, look at that.
Wait a minute. Jesus Christ. What is that, man?
Hey, how the hell's he breathing?
He's still alive or what?
And why don't you guys freeze him? How come they don't freeze him? What's going on now?
What the fuck is going on here?
Hey, hey!
Break
it off.
All right. Ripley, when I give an order, I expect to be obeyed.
Even if it's against the law?
You're goddamn right!
Well, maybe she has a point, you know. Who the hell knows what that thing
How are we
is?
gonna get that off him? How are we gonna get it off? Just a minute, I'm gonna get some.
What happened to him? What happened to him?
I don't know.
He's in that derelict. Look, we were inside and there was nothing around, so he volunteered to go down below. He found these egg things. Then we lost communication. The next thing we bring him up, and he's got this thing on his face.
Ash cuts the facehugger, which starts oozing a urea-like liquid. The liquid starts to fill the floor next to the operating table. Dallas starts pressing on the wound, and at the same time fluid flies into Dallas's gloves, which start to corrode. Dallas rips the glove off his hands. In the script, corrosion is described next to Kane's head on the operating table. In the filming, the scene has been changed so that the acid flies directly onto the floor. While the crew follows the corrosion to different floors, Lambert stays with Ash in the infirmary. Facehugger's wound is completely healed. Lambert asks if the acid hit Kane. Ash says no. Lambert asks if the facehugger is still leaking. Ash says no. Lambert states that there must be a way to remove facehugger. Ash states that the removal will probably not be tried again. Ash puts Kane in the X-ray machine. The crew returns to the infirmary. Ripley notices something in the X-ray that blocks the view of Kane's chest. Dallas tells everyone to get to work. This scene has been changed and depicted in several different ways. In the script, the men return to the infirmary immediately, and the dialogue shown has been between them. Two versions of the scene have been leaked to the public, in each of which Lambert and Ash have a dialogue first, after which the rest of the crew returns to the infirmary. There is an estimated 10 minutes of filmed but unreleased footage in total, including the leaked footage. 9. The dead facehugger and Nostromo leaving the planetoid. In the engine cubicle room, Brett fixes the device. Parker drinks beer. Dialogue. Ripley from the system asks through the intercom what stage the repairs are at. In the film, the scene is shown briefly. In the movie, the scene is clearly shorter. A longer version of the scene has been leaked to the public.
Are you coming?
Feels like we've been here for a month.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They should listen to us and never come to this planet in the first place. Oh.
Right. Should have landed on this damn ball, I know that.
Yeah, you're right. The sooner we get this thing patched up, the sooner we get out of here. Get my own ship. Hope I live to see it. This place gives me the fucking creeps.
Wait a minute. I think I've got it. All right, ready?
I'm sorry, my friend, you don't have anything.
Man, I was sure that was it.
Well, it's not, man. Try the next one. What engineering school did you go to? Well, come on, man. Try the next one.
Lieutenant, Just give up. Was it? We'll try the next one.
What's happening down there?
Oh, shit, man. My Johnson's what's happening, man. You know that? A lot of work, Ripley. Real
Hard work.
Yeah?
You ought to try sometime, baby.
Oh, honey, I got the toughest job on this ship. I gotta listen to all your numbers.
Would you get off my back, please?
Oh, you poor baby. I'll get off your back as soon as 12 module is fixed.
This broad's a bitch, man.
Who's a good face?
A prince.
In the mess hall, Lambert plays with a cat. When Dallas, Ash, and Ripley examine the dead facehugger, Ripley asks how Kane is doing now. Ash says that Kane has a fever and is unconscious, but his vital signs are strong. Ash closes the facehugger in a large vacuum tube. Ripley says she needs coffee and walks out of the infirmary. The Nostromo is ready to take off. The crew are in place on the bridge. Dallas asks how things are looking. In the engine cubicle room, Parker and Brett are in their chairs ready to take off. Parker reminds that the repair is patchwork, so you have to be careful. On the bridge, Dallas tells Ripley to raise the Nostromo to 100 meters and retract the landing struts. Ripley acknowledges. During takeoff, Ripley and Dallas exchange information about the Nostromo's takeoff. In the engine cubicle room, Brett points out that the dust is again causing problems with the air intake. Number 2 is overheating. Parker tells him to split it into 2. On the bridge, the crew cheers and rejoices at the takeoff. Ripley, we made it, we made it. Lambert, course we did, honey. In the engine cubicle room, Parker opens a can of beer and says, walk in the park. When we fix something, it stays fixed. On the bridge, Dallas states that now the ship will be anchored at the refinery and we will go home. After anchoring, Dallas orders to head for Earth and also orders to start the big engines and accelerate to light +4. Ripley and Lambert confirm the order. In total, filmed but unpublished material is estimated to be 3 minutes 20 seconds.
What I think we should do is just freeze him. I mean, he's got a disease. Why don't we stop it where it is? You can always get to the doctor when we get back home.
Right.
Whenever he says anything, you say right, Brett. You know that?
Right.
Parker, what do you think? Your staff